Hello and welcome to Collection Speed Dating at Fort Ticonderoga. I am Matthew Cagle, the curator, and I'm here today in our library and reading room with a particularly interesting map. Now this map is interesting because it was actually published in a magazine, the Pennsylvania Magazine, or the American Monthly Museum as it was known. This was a magazine that was intended to copy those that were being published in England at the time, which combined literature, art, and poetry with current events. And this particular map was designed to represent for its readers how the American Army was advancing north into Canada. Now, what's interesting about this is that the engraver of this map, Robert Aitken, was a Scottish immigrant who was also a publisher and a bookseller and printed this magazine. And in fact, this was published in October of 1775 when the editor of the Pennsylvania magazine was none other than Thomas Paine, his first editorial position here in the United States, who would ultimately go on to be a voice for humanity in the conflicts of the late 18th century. But what's interesting about this map is not only that it represents the Champlain Valley north to south sideways to fit within the confines of the publication, but it has this wonderful cartouche here which represents some of the imagery of the early Revolutionary War period, including a coat of arms that still bears a British flag, a Native American warrior, and an American soldier. Probably one of the very first depictions of an American soldier to appear during the Revolutionary War, and he is dressed in the distinctively American garb of a hunting shirt and fringed trousers, a type of dress that was native to North America during the time of the Revolution and which first appeared in the Champlain Valley during the campaigns of 1775 and 1776, where it would have been, in fact, for most Americans up here, more foreign and unusual even than the Native American that appears to his right. A fascinating example of how Americans were not only visualizing the theater of war early in the Revolutionary conflict, but also those combatants that were fighting in it.